welcome to another video. And as usual, before I get started, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe if you're new to this content. And to my current subscribers, I appreciate you guys more. Let's just get right to it. Well, guys, I'm taking a look at the Bitcoin chart right now. Is at 53,400 and basically 53,600. This is one of the longest candles I've seen in quite a while, and all I can tell you guys is that we might go ahead and get close to the $60,000 mark for Bitcoin. Could be most likely possibly today or within the week. I am actually making so much money on Bitcoin. I am not going to sell. Yes, I will take profit along the way, and I hope you guys that are part of the Safemoon community, which I will be doing a video on Safemoon in a few minutes, that you guys are taking advantage of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is over $3,100. So my blue chip tokens is Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, and I try my best to put as much as my money on those blue chip. They are my 80%. And this is what I've been saying, even though on every single video you'll hear me go ahead and mention the price, because that is my 80%. The other 20% I put on the tokens that are below the top 10 or the top 20 on CoinMarket and CoinMarket or CoinGecko, as well as I put a part of that 20% on meme tokens. And you guys do know I do Wall Street Bet token, because for those of you that don't know, the Reddit narrative is actually ideal, and that token will most likely send. So let's talk about Safemoon and continue on with the Safemoon bankruptcy situation here. Is that I had a chance to take a look at the court documents, and court documents it's sometimes complex to read because a lot of the English terms that I use are not your daily words that you use in your vocabulary. So you have to try to see if you can decipher. It's almost as if like you're working with a puzzle trying to decipher. You sometimes have to read an entire paragraph and say to yourself, what's going on here? And you have to sometimes read it again, or maybe read further down into the document to find what's going on, because there's so many legal jargons that I use. It's designed for people that study law. They understand it. I am not an attorney by no shape and some form, just a computer guy that's trying to make sense of what's actually happening. But based on the latest document, the trustee went ahead and submit some documents to the court to request payment for a mystery employee. Now, it is said that this employee has been around since roughly the beginning of Safemoon, and they have since stepped away and then came back, but they want to be able to compensate this employee. Now, I think this might be the last standing person, and the fact that the trustee is requesting to give payment, and it must be approved by the court, guys, payment to this person, that person is considered to be very, very valuable. Who this person is, we're going to dive into that in a minute. Now, we know all the things are transpired. We know that the creditors have a deadline to go ahead and submit their names that they were, or Safemoon owed them money, or they were either a part of something that's Safemoon financial where they need to be compensated. And all of those things and companies have actually put in their documents. And, we see what Thomas is doing in reference to him trying to get work on the West Coast. So all these things have to go through the entire process. And just trying to go through these court documents, you have to read them carefully and sometimes read them again to really understand what's going on. So, now I had a chance to try to figure out who is this mystery employee. Now, I can be very, very wrong in reference to who this person actually is. So before I actually go into the guys, if you like the video, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, because we're going to talk about Safemoon right down to the completion, if it gets to that point, or to the new birth of an acquisition, or somebody go ahead and purchase Safemoon. And this video is just to enlighten the Safemoon community and all of those persons that actually want to know what's going on with Safemoon, even after the situation that we all know about with the CEO. What is still going on? Where is the court case, and how far along is it? Are they to a point where they're gonna now start selecting jurors? Now, I don't think we are there yet. They're still going through the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and they wanted to make sure that they track down as much wallet, try to get as much money. We all know that the liquidity is now being taken by the trustee. It's in the hands of the courts, where this is why I advise you guys not to go ahead and buy Safemoon on any platform right now, because they're taking that money. And yes, you would most likely have to do what is known as a class action lawsuit to get your money back. And there's one thing I know with FTX, from what I was told, I don't know anybody that lost money on FTX, but based on reading, a lot of those people were paid out in full. So there's a high chance that they could be paid out in full. Now, if this was like a Mt. Gox situation, the court system, it dragged out for many, many years. Most of those people have passed away. A lot of people have forgotten their seed phrase or whatever means to even get money, or even the wallet to even let the legal team know that, hey, I was once a Bitcoin holder, and they probably lost all that information. So these type of things tend to drag out. It's not a rush type of situation. It's all because the legal team and the courts, they want to make sure by the time they take it to trial, they have all of the necessary information that's going to favor their client as well, or favor the state. So that is what I want to bring to you guys. So, in thinking back to see who this mystery person can be that they want to put on the payroll, I went back, and for those of you in technology, if you want to go in the past, what you do is you go back and use what is known as the Wayback Machine website. And the Wayback Machine will take you all the way back to all the Safemoon website from when it was actually started to where it ended, to the point where the courts are now involved. But, by going to March of 2021, you saw the first website, then you saw the what is known as the evolution of the website as time went on, all the way up to where it was before the situation happened. But then at some point in time, they were not showing who the employees were, like the team. They were talking about all of the tokenomics and all the different roadmaps and where Safemoon is going to go. And I think at some point, a lot of the employees didn't really feel comfortable showing their faces. There was a time in crypto when a lot of people actually did not want to be doxxed. And I can tell you guys this, I do not buy tokens if the CEO don't want to be doxxed. And if you ever are getting involved in a token that you're going to put more than $500 and the CEO is not doxxed, I advise you not to do it. Because now the risk is now being greater. And a lot of people beg to differ because they say, well, Safemoon was a risk. Every investment is a risk. It's an investment that you would like it to get to a particular goal, but there's always a high chance that it may not. So you have to always weigh or mitigate your risk. You put so much in a savings or so much in a CD or a Roth IRA, and then you put almost equally amounts. So in case if that was to fall, you have something else to hold on to. And these are the level of thinking that you must implement when you're dealing with money. Because if you don't have these strategies in place, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to be out of money. You'll be on the street and you'll be wondering where you went wrong. And some of the most wisest people are the people that are broke. And they're the ones that actually give the 1% those ideas, and they go ahead and turn it into billions. And then they give them just a few pennies for that idea. So I was able to roll the Wayback Machine all the way back to a point where I start to see the team. And of course, I see John Cronin, CEO of Safemoon, Thomas Smith, the CBO, Chief Blockchain Officer. Then I see Hank Wyatt, the DSE. I'm not sure what the DSE stands for. I'm in technology. Maybe it's the Designated System Engineer. I don't think it's Desktop System Engineer. It's something in that involves some type of operation that involves technology. But I don't think he was involved in anything financial. So no, the person that the court mentioned is that this person was valuable. They have been around since the inception of Safemoon. They know all of the financial things that, before they mentioned that the company was doing and what the CEO is doing. This person was basically, from what I'm reading, was basically the right-hand person to actually work with the CEO. So, then you try to look back, what is the role of a person that could actually back them up? But before I get into that, let's go through all the other people that were actually on the website. So after Hank, then there was Jacob Smith. Jacob Smith was a web designer. He's not going to be dealing with anything in reference to financial. It's part of the website. We saw the website, and the website actually was evolving pretty good. Had a lot of stuff, and Jacob did have skills. We know the direction all these employees went. That's their prerogative. We do know that Charles Cronin was dealing with financial, but brothers do talk. I have a brother. We do talk, and you may give them a little more information, but they're gonna go ahead and hold back so much information if you're not running the company. And then the next employee was Jack Haynes. Jack Haynes, if you guys were here from the beginning, you know that Jack Haynes was pretty much John Cronin's right-hand person. His role was a chief operating officer. He went to Africa for Operation Phoenix. He was very, very involved. We saw him working tirelessly to get this project going. a real straight shooter type of person. Never had any issues with him, and I think he eventually just walked away. Now, his role, again, being the closest person to the money and knowing all of the ins and outs of Safemoon, would be the most person that, hey, I can be speculating, saying that it is Jack Haynes. I can be wrong. I do know that he had left the company, and I think he mentioned that he was exhausted. We don't know the full story, but that's what happened. But what is the role of a chief operating officer? So the role of a chief operating officer mainly focus on executing the company's business plans according to the established business model, while the CEO is more concerned with long-term goals and the broader company's outlook. In other words, the CEO diversifies their plans while the chief operating officer implement them. So is it Jack Haynes? It means that if he implement them, it means that he knows everything that John Caroni was working on, from financial to where money is coming in and out of all of these things. And this is the reason why I feel as if it is not him, it is somebody that was basically close to that capacity, or the person that replaced Jack Haynes when he departed, and they end up getting maybe a interim chief operating officer, but this person was not Dux. So whoever that person is, they most likely had this role like Jack Haynes to know everything, because they need to know, do we have the money to pay the team to go ahead and let the project managers know, or the chief technology officer know that, we have money for you to go ahead and bring in these developers to develop the blockchain, the Safemoon wallet, Orbital Shield, and all that stuff. Also, the chief operating officer talks to the CMO, the chief marketing officer, say, hey, we have money for you to go ahead and market the billboard in Times Square and all these different things. So this particular person is right there and knows everything about what's going on with Safemoon. And this is the reason why I think the person that actually is most likely, or the most valuable person, will be in the capacity. It could very well be Jack Haynes, but I don't think he would have been summoned from the United States, and I don't think he was ever incarcerated or anything. But any objections to pay this particular employee, I think it's March 11, where they get, let's say the state or the defense want to go ahead and object and pay this particular person. But from what I'm understanding, this person is extremely valuable, and that person, if we don't know, this person most likely has a role of Jack Haynes. Now, a lot of you guys may not have been around Safemoon that long to know, but this person, but I do remember this person, but I'm not saying this is the person. So if you like what I'm saying, guys, like, share, subscribe. And as I'm saying, the court documents are very, very in-depth with a lot of, legal terms that, it's not your everyday vocabulary word that you use. And they do have, I think, either on the 24th or the March 11th, where they're going to be on a call with the court to actually state the case on a Zoom meeting to bring this very real situation up. So this is the update for you guys in reference to the court bankruptcy updates and trying to pay this mystery employee to gather more information to help build a case or to keep the company afloat for the duration. And this is what I want to bring to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until I see you guys on the next one, you guys have a wonderful day. And peace.